Buenos dias, amigos. Here we are in a fairly new condo development just east of San Miguel de Allende, and we are now going to walk down the hill to what's called the parroquia, the main church, the main square in the middle of town. It's about 3 kilometers total, and we'll take you on a little tour walking down the hill in San Miguel de Allende, Mexico. Here we go. Okay, amigos, because I'm such a dork for points of reference, here you go. We're going to go on this walk down the hill in San Miguel de Allende to the centro and back up. But here is Mexico. Here's your point of reference. Here's Mexico City. Here's San Miguel de Allende. This distance is about 150 miles right here. Classic 3-hour drive. Let's zoom in here. So I have already mapped this walk out. We are staying right now at this Airbnb at the Luminaria Casones and Villas on what I would call kind of the outskirts of town. But this is just one big hill right here. And what you're going to see is we're going to take this path first. This is a fairly heavily trafficked road, a main road, going into the centro. This yellow area is the old 16th century built centro of San Miguel de Allende. And then coming back, we're going to take this route, which will pass a lot more houses and villas and hotels and things like that. But it's a big steep hill going down from here. That's what you're going to see. Hope you enjoy it. Here's a little info you might be interested in. Here's the San Miguel de Allende Wikipedia page. It is about the size of Ann Arbor or Lansing for the Michiganders watching this, or the Midwesterners. They're saying 140,000 people. That's about right. And one cool fact is we're at 6,200 feet. So if you are from the Midwest, you do get a little bit out of breath, depending on how much walking you do. So there's that. But what that helps with is the climate. The climate is basically absolutely perfect. The rainy season is in June, July, August, and September. Here's how much rain they get. You'll note in the video I talked about when we did see a thunderstorm here last week, and it was absolutely insane. It only lasted for about an hour, which is rivers and rivers of water, and then it all goes away. Here's the daily mean temperature from about 58 up to about 72. So it's just really, really nice. Haven't encountered any bugs so far. Like, there's no mosquitoes. It's just really great temp. There's somebody going by on a 4-wheeler in the background. But anyway, yeah, this is where you can read all about it. San Miguel de Allende was the first, basically, municipality in Spain. I'm sorry, first municipality in Mexico to be free of Spanish rule after the Ignacio Allende, kind of the patron of this town, helped begin the Mexican Revolution against Spain in the early 1800s. So you can check that out here. And I would just say, yeah, there's a lot of misconceptions about Mexico and the States, but it's this is a pretty safe place. And truthfully, it's just Mexicans living their life just like anybody else in any other part of the world. So it's a great place to come visit. Enjoy the walk down the hill. Buenos dias. Here's the pool where we're staying. Seem to have it to ourselves. Here's the development. All right, so quick story as we're walking up to the main road here. Yesterday at the OXXO, which is kind of like 7-Eleven, there's a lot of stray dogs. Not that many, but there were 2 stray dogs, really nice ones. So because I can't resist, I bought the stray dogs a hot dog and broke it in half, gave each stray dog half of a hot dog, and then the little black stray dog followed us across this busy street, and we wanted to take him home, but I guess we could bring a dog into this Airbnb. But I'm about to cross this road and try to get a coffee at the OXXO. And then it's right next to a chicken roastery chicken place, and a Volkswagen dealer. So it's just wild. It's just great. No. That'll be fun. Okay, so the thing I really like about this coffee is that it's basically Nescafe, but there's like 5 different flavors. There's one that's espresso, there's one that's mocha, and then I like to add regular Mexican black coffee to it. And then sometimes there's even little pieces of floating chocolate from inside the machine, which I like a lot. So let's keep walking. Okay, we have the rotisserie chicken store, pollo asado al carbon. And then next door we have this little Volkswagen dealership, which I don't know if it's just rentals. There's 1 Volkswagen and 2 Chevy Cruze. So I'm not quite sure what's going on here, but clearly you can buy a Volkswagen here. Walking down this main road, heading down the hill. Okay, here's a food truck we haven't quite figured out yet. It is Los Aguacatosas, the avocado foods, essentially. Here's a pharmacy where you can buy all kinds of prescription drugs that you just get over the counter here. There's a Century 21. The realtors have made it all the way down here. Yep. Okay, now we're coming up on what's called the Modelo Rama, which is basically the Modelo beer store. It specializes in Modelo, which is kind of interesting. And then we're going to come up on this very unique thing, which is a flour tortilla manufacturer. Right here, it's going to be quick. See, they're making flour tortillas, which is kind of rare because everybody eats corn tortillas, and every once in a while you come across a flour tortilla manufacturer. Obviously there's no salt on the roads here because there's no snow, so these cars don't rust. We're coming up on a very cool vintage Volkswagen Bug that you see all over the place. This has a Guanajuato license plate. That's the state that we're in. Very cool. Alright, we'll keep going. Then you got a brand new Suburban right here. Okay, it's totally legal to ride 4-wheelers on the street. Here's an example of a Yamaha 4-wheeler. Just coming down this road still. There's hotels along here. There's a barbershop right up here. I've noticed all the Mexican men always have a very fresh haircut, especially those under 30. This guy right here, his hair is pretty long, but nice vintage truck. That was a classic San de Allende Mercedes bus. That's one of the local buses. Yesterday we saw this absolutely incredibly massive cactus right here, which is probably the biggest cactus grouping I've ever seen in my life. Alright, so we're making our way down the hill, and someone is selling this entire lot right here. It's just a huge strip of land going straight up this hill. There's a hotel right next to it. Nice other vintage Nissan truck rolling by. That right there is a Toyota Hilux. That is a model of Toyota truck, about the size of the Ford Ranger that we don't have in the US, and I don't really know why. So this was for sale last time we came. Panoramic views. Okay, this is obviously, as you can tell, quite a busy road. There's actually another Toyota Hilux right there. But views of the valley below here. San de Allende is in kind of a valley. We're gonna keep walking down. And one thing you'll notice is all these colors. A lot of oranges, a lot of yellows, a lot of greens, some blues, some turquoise. Here's a very cool vintage T100 Toyota truck. Nice, really nice vintage Bug right there. Wow. This is kind of one of 2 main ways to get to El Centro from where we are on the east side of the city. And over here we have what's called El Mirador, the overlook, overlooking the city. Nice and green and lush. It's about 70 degrees. A little bit of clouds in the sky. And that big church you can see in the distance is the square where we are headed. That is called the Parroquia. It is a Howdy style church. to the Sanchez Buffet Los Sanchez. Going down, look at all these huge cactuses up here. We're probably a little less than halfway down. All right, here's an example of a street we could walk down, pedestrian street, perpendicular to this main road we're on. That's just one option. The entire road is stones like this. Okay, here's another hotel, Hotel Posada. Very cool, old style architecture. Okay, there's another side street. Believe it or not, cars do drive down there. It is one way. You can see all those cars parked down there. And the parroquia in the distance there. It's a very interesting mix of brand new vehicles and vintage Volkswagens, Nissans, vintage Toyotas. Most of the green cabs are, I would say, mid-90s Toyota Corollas, which is just wild. All right, we're gonna take this side street here. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So the city started to be built in the early 1500s. I couldn't say for sure that's when all these stones are put down, but they are certainly hundreds of years old. And these are the sidewalks. You get to a section like this, and these nice, extremely steep steps. As you can imagine, a lot of parking brake action when you're parking on these roads. There's a construction situation. But yeah, this is what most of San Miguel is like, especially when you're coming down from the hill. Very cool doors everywhere. A lot of orange. You really need to be careful when you're walking. So as you can imagine, we have been here once during a massive thunderstorm for about an hour, and it is just a torrential river of water running down this hill to the main square, where we are told there is a lot of mud, and it is very quickly cleaned up in a couple hours. But it is absolutely amazing how much water runs down these roads. They don't really have storm drains, so it just flows to the lowest point outside of the city. Here's a classic motorbike, delivery motorbike. Nice Honda. Nice blue wall. Yeah, you just get really accustomed to walking on these sidewalks. This one right here is actually quite wide. These plants up here. Okay, so now we're gonna go here and probably, I actually know this corner. Okay, so as we walk along here, any one of these buildings could be a private home, it could be a hotel. Here is something called Hacienda de las Flores. There's the police. It could be a shop, it could be a restaurant, but most of these buildings have, you'll walk in the door and then there's a huge courtyard. That's the first thing you enter. But yeah, like that's private, and we'll get up here and there'll be a hotel or like this right here is probably a hotel, Casa Quetzal, as in Quetzalcoatl, by FHB. Don't know what that means. Another hotel. Here's just a nice fountain on a street corner. Puente Escuadrón 201. Very cool blue tile right here. Motorbikes lined up, cars. So you got this, 16th century town with all these modern cars driving around, and nobody thinks twice about it, driving on these extremely steep roads made of stones. It's an example of just a very cool front of a hacienda. Garage door there, main door there, Casa Lupita. And then everything has a rooftop, of course, also. Here's some gringos. Nope, those are not gringos. Those are Mexicanos. Okay, then as we get closer to the centro, we have the Sotheby's office. Here's the Sotheby's listings, some of them. We've got all kinds of realtors selling all kinds of stuff. Keep going down here. This is another side street. Here's a hotel restaurant. Here's an art gallery, another restaurant. One thing I like is they put all these access panels for the electricity and the water into the road, into the sidewalk here, which no idea how that was done, but it was. Okay, so very simply, this plaque is just saying the town is honored and founded on the glory of Ignacio Allende, who, with Don Miguel Hidalgo, started the vision of independence of the Mexican homeland, and this town is a celebration of him and his actions, which is exactly why the house is now a museum and why it is called San Miguel de Allende, or Saint Michael of Allende. We will now walk through the Jardin. It's a very cute young woman on this bench right here. Hey, can I buy you a cafecito?
Sí.
Y un pan dulce?
Sí.
Muy bien. Okay, here's the main square. Pigeons everywhere. One thing you will notice is that it is absolutely spotless and clean every single morning. There are people sweeping. I've never been down here after a rainstorm, but I'm told there's a ton of mud down here. It gets all cleaned up. So it is just spotless down here right now. This town is a major tourist destination for Mexicans and tourists, of course, from outside of Mexico. Here is the only, I have found, corporate business in the square. There's one Starbucks right there. If you're wondering, they do not have a free bathroom, which I think is great. Some more of the buildings. Water delivery truck, armored guards going to the bank to get the money out. This right here, this is a costume, and these guys are in the square and you can take pictures with them. Here's some of the folks that do a lot of the cleaning up. There's a little cafe right here. Go back around. So this is the main square. This is why people like coming down here. It's really nice to just sit on these benches. Kitchens. You can sit over here and have a cafe. You can see, like, this tree. It's very easy to tell it's been trimmed in a circle. The view from the main square here. The church looks like it's actually closed right now. And there's another church right there. A lot of Catholic churches in this town, no surprise. Okay, I have confirmed. The bakery has been in operation for more than 100 years. And now let's take a look at what we got for 32 pesos, or exactly $2. Here we go. Desde 1901. This is the really hip hotel we thought we were going to be cool enough to stay in. And then we took a tour and realized how expensive it was, but it's real cool. Dolce 80. I'm sorry, Dolce 18. Okay, mi amor. Would you like to dime the pan dulces that we've found?
Es un doma pequeña de chocolate.
Okay, and this is Emily's favorite right here. See if I can get this out of the bag.
Chocolate isn't really sweet.
Okay, here I go. Oh my God. Okay, see the thing about this is that it's not super sweet. Ah! So it's rolled in sugar, but the dough is not very sweet.
It's like a challah bread.
It's kind of like a challah bread rolled in azúcar. I'll show you this. That's Ignacio Allende right there. That's some graffiti. This is San de Allende, el corazón de Mexico. It's, I think it might be called the corazón de Mexico because it is kind of right in the middle of the country of Mexico. There's a youth behind me. Maybe it's not a school day. Maybe it doesn't really matter. Okay, we're gonna pay for the bathroom now with 5 pesos. Bathroom is open. Buenos dias. So here's the thing about the bathrooms is that so the bathroom is 5 pesos. It's about 18 pesos to $1. So you can do the math. Very cheap. But the thing is, they're just extremely spotlessly clean because there's so many people cleaning this town. And basically every place I've been to in Mexico so far. So the bathroom is spotless. There's always an attendant. Once you pay your 5 pesos, they give you a nice stack of toilet paper for your use if you need it. And that's how the bathroom works. Okay, this is someone's ice cream tienda, ice cream cart that they're going to be setting up. They wrap all the ice cream in those, I think, frozen towels and ice. Here we are in the main square again. Man, if you've made it this far in the video, you probably should get your butt down here. It's really, really great. Okay, here's one of my other favorite things about San Miguel is when I was first here, I went on the walking tour, which is a couple hours. I went to all these churches. But this massive door right here, it's really nice right now because it's not very busy on a Wednesday. These are ruts made by wagon wheels going in and out of this building, which is absolutely crazy to me, right? And that door is unbelievable. This is an example of a courtyard next to the Starbucks. Usually some kind of fountain in the middle. All these trees, these are offices. All right, one extremely cool thing, in my opinion, being basically lactose intolerant, is every type of milk in Mexico is available delactosada, which is removed lactose. The lactose has been removed from the milk. So it just creates an easier time of things. If you drink coffee with cream and you want lactose-free milk, it's very easy to find. It's very, very affordable. I did just buy a coffee at Starbucks. That's just the way it goes sometimes. So we're gonna walk back and eat more of this pan dulce. Okay, at this point in the video, I'm going to put a video link right up here that's someone else made about the history of Mexico, which you can watch that if you want to, because I'm not an expert on the history of Mexico. I just know a little bit about San Miguel de Allende, and we're sitting in the plaza, and I thought, if you wanted to learn more, you should watch that video. What we're going to do from here is, soon we're going to start walking back up the hill, a different route, and we'll show you that view. Pigeons also like pan dulce quite a bit, just like every other city in the world. Oh, now I've really got them going. You can only eat a little bit at once, and once they pick it up, it gets tossed towards another pigeon. Oh no, here come all the birds. Okay, all right, look at this. They're coming way too close. I've got a flock of pigeons. I got a pigeon next to my foot. Okay, Okay, this is how you get pesos here. Citibank. The ATMs are right in here. You just go in, you use your card. It's 30 pesos per transaction, which is $1.90. This is the tour I went on. There's all the gringos on it. The young woman running that tour is extremely cool, extremely awesome. She's a San Miguel native. If you come down here, the tour meets twice a week at the front of the square at 11 a.m. I think. And the proceeds go towards the children in the surrounding villages, is my understanding. Check out the stonework on this bridge. What a trip. Going further down the hill here. Okay, here's an appliance store. There's a very new Howdy. Don't know if we have that model in the US. It's like an A1 hatchback. So this is a truck full of propane tanks just rolling through these little streets. Here's another old Datsun pickup. I don't know exactly why, but then you'll often see, so here's a completed building. Here's a parking structure. Then you'll see a building like this, which was started, but not finished. I have no idea when this construction stopped. This one was started also. And you got a regular street right here. So they stack all this brick, and then they do a coating of concrete or stucco, I guess you might call it, on the outside, but this building has stopped. Construction has ceased. Okay, so we're in this alley. Here's a mural. Got Quetzalcoatl back here with a smile on, which is kind of cool. Then you go up this alley. Alright, we're now in the public library. This is the public library. It's incredible. All right, we're now at the other square. The main market is just to our left. And we're gonna come up to the statue of Ignacio Allende right here. We just made a big loop. There's Ignacio Allende on the horse. Do not throw rocks at the statue, you can see. And then the main church is over that way. Now we're headed back up the hill. There's always a churros cart right there to the right. Ice cream store in the corner, hotel, Okay, we're heading back up. Okay, starting our trek back up the hill. Brand new BMW. I just really think it's wild to check out all these cars on these roads. This one's been parked here for quite a while. Brand new Nissan. Got the flags going over the road here. Here's an old Chevy truck we don't have in the States. So you can see the hill goes up beyond there. Another bug. Okay, I took a lot of pictures of this one. It's been parked here for a while. An old Volkswagen van, but it's a pickup. Another bug. All right, we've been walking for, oh man, at least an hour and 20 minutes now. But you probably have a very good idea of what this town is like at this point. All right, now we're coming up the side of the hill, heading back to the condo. So here's an example of something interesting. This Pepsi truck, I think, is going to try to drive up the hill. Yep, here he comes. Here comes the Pepsi truck. I think it's Pepsi. The building you're seeing there in yellow with the stairs going up, that's Las Terrazzas, where we have stayed before. We'll be staying again. That is about a 5-minute walk down the hill to the centro, where we're staying now. If we keep going up the hill, basically to the outskirts of town, to this condo development we wanted to try out. So it's probably a good, and I would say, 1.5 kilometers from the parroquia, the centro, all the way up this hill. The first time we came here, I walked all the way up here. This is just a different way back. Much more greenery, plants, beautiful women. So we'll keep going. We'll keep going. Getting a little fatigued. Kind of warm today. Probably 75 maybe. But this road right here, hundreds of years old. This wall is probably hundreds of years old. Yeah, 415 years. That's how old San Miguel de Allende is. But it's just beautiful. I'm gonna keep going. So here we've got a Volkswagen Amarok TDI diesel 4-wheel drive truck that we do not have in the US. Very cool. Here's just a wildly impressive building. This stonework, as you can see, we're still going up. This must be a couple hundred years old at least. This wall, they fill in the spaces with these little stones. Okay. There's another hotel right here. We just keep going up. Okay, so we're still going up the hill. Here is a very, very old abandoned casa or building of some type. And then right here, all these condos are on this private road. We just passed the entrance to down there, but all these condos right here up this hill. And then here's this very, very old wall and building right here. I think this was a hotel at some point. Maybe it still is. We'll see what's up around this corner. Got these agaves everywhere, some old steps. All right, we're almost back. We started the hike. Right over there is where we crossed the road. That's that big intersection. All these white buildings in front of us. That's part of the development where we're going. Ooh, there's some sort of bird of prey up there. Yeah. He's blackened with some sort of eagle, maybe. Interesting. And those look like just massive Joshua trees, right? That's what it looks like. This is just kind of open space right here. And then the huge market in the other video is just about maybe half a mile from where we are now on the other side of these condos. But who knows how old this road is. It's clearly been here for a while, but we're just about back. All right, so here we are. On the left side is the condo development. And then these are, I think, fairly new houses right here. And we're just about to get back to the main door. I think this road has been here for a while. Not these houses, but these condos. All right, we have made it back. That's the road we walked out of right there. Here's the main entrance, here's the door. And we're gonna go back in and eat a snack. All right, we're back inside. There's the pool again. Chameleon. That's what's playing on the speakers. They've got grass in here and all these condos. And for those of you watching this who are my jugadores of tenis, here's 2 grass tennis courts, which
That's real grass.
It's not real grass, but I'm sure it's great to play on. So hopefully, if you are one of my tennis partners, we can get back here and play some tennis. So we're just about to get back. All right, here's the building we're staying in. Gracias. The parking lot is all just stones. Okay, we're gonna walk back up. This has been a fun tour you've been on. Okay, here we go. Sometimes this door is tricky. Hey, we got it. Here we are. We are back. Let's see what's in the fridge. Something I'm excited to show you in the fridge. This entire tray of papaya. And then these organic eggs were about $2.50. Some non-alcoholic Heineken, some organic lactose-free milk, some broccoli. All right, amigos, thanks for coming along on the tour. Appreciate it if you made it this far in the video. And fun fact, just saw a woman walking through this courtyard right here carrying nothing other than a box of Lucky Charms and wearing Bluetooth headphones. I respect that a lot. She's probably going to the pool to have some Lucky Charms. It's a classic thing to do. San Miguel de Allende is a great place to spend some time. Very easy flight from the US. And yeah, it's great. Hope you enjoyed the tour and have a great day.